So obviously you both spend a certain amount of time world building and planning plots and character development, but after you start writing, how much do you revise your world building and plot after you've started? You go, oh crap, this is bad.
I guess with me, it's there are revisions, and they tend to be driven by the character work, and maybe it touches a little bit upon sort of consistency before. But if you, the more you write a character, the more you have, the deeper your understanding of how they would interact with the world around them. And sometimes, a plot that you sketched out a while ago, you just think it wouldn't be true to the character anymore to do this. And actually, of all the reasons to change direction, that's probably the best one. That's the least offensive one to me, because you think, okay, well, that says something, hopefully, about the detail with which this character has been sketched out, or the fidelity of that character, I suppose. So it tends to be more character-driven than sort of the plot change tends to be character-related, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it totally depends on who you are. I mean, yeah, because at one end of the human spectrum, there are a writer spectrum, okay? There are people who, it's all about character. And they don't really care about the world. They don't really, they don't do all that. And at the other end, and then there are plot kinds of writers. I am at the furthest possible end of the world building, because I'm basically a game guy, right? So I have to I tend to just think this is a really cool world, but it's like, well, let's see if he goes through this door, or like when you learn, by designing dungeons, right? That's how you learn how to write. You tend to think, okay, if I go in this room, this happens. If I go in this room, and my entire problem is selecting what story to tell and what scene to use, and I don't have particularly good instincts with that. And so my problem is I have to focus it and then get into the characters and get into, and plot I usually know, because plot in my mind is kind of just, the sum total of a dungeon, right? But it totally depends on who you are, and you have to figure out how to compensate for who you're not, because you do have to do all of it. Mm-hmm. And so you start wherever you want to. Like, I usually do well when I start with a character, because that's not how I tend to think. Mm-hmm. And then, because instinctual, I do the world. It's just who you are.
Thank you.